Live. It's hot. So if y'all hear like a humming sound, we got the ceiling fan on in the kitchen because it's hot.
As well as the AC.
Yeah, as well as the AC.
Um,
It's like triple digits.
yeah, it's a massive heat wave across the East Coast.
Yes. And this heat is no joke. So please, if you're on the East Coast and you don't have to be outside, please don't be. And if you have to be, wear some breathable clothing,
Stay hydrated.
stay hydrated, have on some sunblock, drink, like I said, drink plenty of water, some Gatorade. I think they got what's it called, Powerade, like
Yeah.
all of that because it's no joke. Because early this morning when I took Gizmo out, it was like a little bit before 7 in the morning. It was already hot and like
Yeah.
stuffy. I was like, oh my goodness.
And the temperature is not set to drop below 90 until about
You said
8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30? Yeah.
8:30, 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, so it's no joke. Like, please be careful. Like, if you want to work out and you do it outside, like walking or jogging, please do it like early in the morning or do it late in the evening because it's terrible, that sun.
Yeah.
But I guess we will get started with the video. So if anybody decides to check out the live playback, you can and you'll know what we're talking about. But today we are talking about, I don't know what it is, but we've been getting a lot of trolls coming into the comments of videos that we just recently posted. And one in particular was actually a reposted video. I tagged the YouTuber. I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but Christy and I reposted it because I think that video needs more views, needs to be seen. But it's just about with the K-pop, as y'all know, and just with the racism in K-pop and the colorism and just a lot of things with K-pop. So we reposted that video, and in that video we got this ridiculous comment. So Christy, you can read what the troll said.
Okay.
Yeah, they wrote 2 comments and I blocked them as well, so
they will just appear again.
No, well, yeah, probably make another profile.
Yeah. But, okay. So I'm gonna read the comment. Excuse me. Okay, so it says, conversations surrounding hairstyles don't make sense to me. The black manipulate their hair to have different textures, but get offended when other races do the same thing. Every time I open social media, I see black people with blonde hair. I see black people talk about how much they dislike their natural hair. Do you really hate your natural hair so much that you can't even stand to see it on another group of people? Braids, twists, locks are hairstyles, and another demographic of people wearing them doesn't make them racist. Issues surrounding slurs and colorism are a different story. All right, so there's a lot of different things that they're saying there. Now, first and foremost, with hairstyles, yeah, we do manipulate our hair a lot, black people. And we do it because we don't want to have the same hairstyle.
Right.
And because of our texture of hair and things like that, if it's natural, or even if you're relaxed or whatever, you do locks, you still like to zhuzh it up and change it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I agree with that. However, I'm not going to say that I dislike my hair because I change it and things like that.
Right.
That's almost the same as for someone to say just because someone dyed their hair purple, they hated their natural brunette hair, so they dyed it purple. That's stupid. And you said that every time you open social media, you see black people with blonde hair. Okay, another thing. Blonde hair is not exclusive to white people, white tea people. There are black people that have blonde hair naturally.
Mm-hmm.
My sister Kendra has blonde hair naturally,
and our brother Kenneth, before he went bald, our brother Kenneth had blonde hair.
It actually runs in our family.
Yep.
And there are reasons in history why that is. We're not going to go there, but I'm just saying, you sound ignorant. That's dumb. You need to go and do some classes in DNA, science, whatever, because yeah. And then also, let's see, we hate our natural hair so much because we hate to see it on other people. No. And actually, I would say a good majority of black people, not going to say that I'm speaking for black people as a black person, but I'll say a good majority of black people, we don't care
Right.
that other groups of people want to wear cornrows, locks, afros, whatever. We don't care. But the thing is that what people do have a problem with is that while you are sporting those hairstyles, which are, predominantly worn by black people, that these people, especially in the K-pop industry,
Right.
openly say and use slurs and disrespect BLK people.
Right.
Paired with while wearing things that are from the culture.
Right.
That's the argument that we were making. But the thing is that a lot of these stands, they get in their feelings and they're not objective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, we don't care about that. And because it's on another person and you're supposedly saying that we hate our hair, I'm sorry, but that's not a thing.
And then this is another thing too, like what they're saying, like with us changing our hair and things like that, you don't, just because, and like you said, we can't speak for all black people or black women in particular, but a lot of black women do it based off their lifestyle.
Exactly.
Like if they're working 9 to 5, they have children and things like that, they're going to do what's easy for them.
Right.
Because natural hair is beautiful. Christy and I both have natural hair. There's plenty of black women that have natural hair, but yes, it can be time consuming. It
has a lot of needs.
Natural hair has a lot of needs. She's needy, as they say. People say she's needy.
She's dramatic.
Yes. So if you are working a 9 to 5 and you got to be there at 7 in the morning, no, you're not going to have time. So a woman is going to do what's easier for her. So if she wears it in a stretch state, flat iron it or blow dry it out, or if she chooses to, braid her hair up and wear a wig on top, that's what she's doing. That's convenient and easy for her. It doesn't necessarily mean that she hates her hair.
That's her business.
That's her business. And it's plenty of black women that have natural hair, and a lot of it.
And that's another thing. Like the longer that your hair is, the more time, the more maintenance it takes.
Yes.
And another thing is that just because somebody is wearing extensions or a wig, it doesn't mean that they don't have hair.
Yeah.
A lot of women actually, they use that as a means to preserve or protect their hair, protect their styles. But this is what I'm saying. You have these people here that have these stereotypes in their head, and they're not educating themselves. They're going off of what they have heard from other people who are not even black, and they don't even know what is going on in the culture. Right. And I just need people to mind the business that pays them and stay in your lane, because nobody is telling you that, oh, you hate your hair because you do this and that to it. Oh, well, you hate your hair because people are wearing your hairstyles on their head and you don't want to see it. That doesn't make sense.
No.
You're trying to make something deeper than what it is.
Right. And then on top of that, when they're the person, I don't know if it's guy or girl, whatever, but they're talking about social media. Every time they open up social media, they see black women with blonde hair or saying they hate their hair, yada, yada. But I don't know what part of the side of, if he's on, I can't on YouTube, TT or IG, whatever. Yeah. But it's a lot of black women, natural hair content creators that are constantly embracing their natural hair, doing so many different styles, teaching other naturalistas, different hairstyles, how to take care and things like that. So I don't know. I'm like, you talking about trying to make like every black woman like this?
Yeah, I'm not saying that those types of women do not exist, because I'm sure they do.
Right.
And some of those things, as far as why that hatred comes from, is one, a lot of BLK women, for a long time, we did not have the education and knowledge that we do have to know how to manage and to master our hair. And even as far as some, even like with the self-hatred that they want to speak on and things like that, some of that is systemic.
Yeah,
coming from, you know, the transatlantic slave trade and things like that.
it goes really deep.
And in Louisiana, they had a law where the women had to cover their heads, which some of that is even kind of still follows us. You know, like when we're in home and things like that, we cover our hair. And I mean, and that's really, like, I would say now is more or less to protect ourselves, our hair. But you kind of think about those kind of things, and you know, they have a timestamp or a timeline as to trace where that came
And
from.
I don't know what year that came out too, but also with the Crown Act.
Yeah,
because it's like a lot of black women were getting discriminated against off of their hair.
yeah,
And some black men that wore their hair in locks too. So yeah, that does have a big role to play in as for those black women that may hate their hair. They choose to straighten it to get, you know, certain jobs and things like that.
exactly. So yeah, so some things, as far as, and that's why I said people need to not speak on things that they have no knowledge of,
Right.
because some things are, you know, systemic, as far as why people may have the relationship that they have with their features or with their hair texture, all kinds of things.
And you know, back in the 90s and early Y2K, before the natural hair movement really, because the natural hair movement really didn't take off, I want to say, to like the 2010s.
Yeah.
But before then, yes, it was like relaxers being pushed out.
And I mean, and really, that's all that you know, as far as BLK people, that's pretty much all we really had access to. But now there's so many products and things that are geared towards natural hair, and you have so many, you know, women on YouTube that are, you know, that have come knowledgeable about their hair, and they've shared that knowledge on social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people need to not speak on things that they have no knowledge of, and stop using stereotypes to justify their belief system.
Yeah, that with the hair, it goes really, really deep. Because then, like I said, I mean, we could be here longer, just be really short, but also just like with the black community, like texturism, that's another thing that's very big.
Yeah.
Like with our hair, natural hair.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's a lot.
So for you, this person that wrote this comment, to take something like that and to just generalize it on a few things that they think that they have knowledge of on a culture of another group of people is like very ignorant.
Okay, and
respectfully.
Yes. What was the read the other comment?
Okay, so the other part, they said, now this, they sound like they're giving themselves away that they're a creeper, but I'm just going to read it. I just looked at your thumbnails, and one of your AI, and this is, I'm reading it as they spelled it, but they put aviators. Now, aviators, I believe that has to do with planes, because that's what they spelled it as. AVIATORS, has blonde hair. You mean avatars. So that should be AVATARS. An image to represent yourself on the internet.
Right.
Avatar. That's what you mean. I'm assuming that the aviators, avatars, are supposed to represent you. Well, duh. And actually, those are cosplays that we did. And Kendra, she did an AI image, and it like, we
did an anime version of our images.
Yes. So how do you rationalize wearing blonde hair while criticizing other people for their chooses of hairstyles? That's what they spelled it as. CHOOSES. You mean choices. CHOICES. I'm sorry, but this is another thing with social media, and I'm gonna have to say that it's kind of made me dumb too in that sense. But if you're gonna sit here and try to sun people, let's use the correct form of words, as well as the right type of word when you're gonna try to school people. Because sweetheart, you need to go back to spelling, English. Maybe English is not your first language, but okay, I can give you some grace there. But the punctuation and things like that.
Well,
the word
with choices. AI and things like that, there's spell check and all this other stuff. They should have did that first before they posted that.
True, and that's the thing. Like, we want to use social media, we want to jump in front of cameras and just be seen. But I'm like this: we can use it to our benefit as well. So if you're gonna be like here, like you said, on the internet trying to stun people, let's make sure that we have the correct spelling of words.
And yes, it just shows, like Christy was saying, was like their creeper just stalking our page, because the recent post of videos, we posted some AI music for nerds.
Yes.
And they said aviators, but avatars they meant.
Mhm.
Though the two pictures is Christy and I in cosplay. Christy cosplay Tinkerbell.
And Tinkerbell has blonde
And
hair.
I did an OC cosplay, and AI did an anime version of us, and that's what you're seeing. However, comma, on our display image on our YouTube channel, you can see my natural hair. You had your hair in twists.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, you can see like our natural hair, color, and everything, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? They just sound stupid,
Ignorant.
yeah, ignorant.
And sorry, but you're low key a creeper.
Yeah,
You need to go back to spelling class, English, and learn how to spell words.
right.
Then there's no excuse, especially in the age of social media and AI, which your phone is a walking handheld dictionary.
Yeah, and like I said, what it all boils down to is that individual was triggered by the K-pop video, the recent one that we posted.
Yes.
They were triggered by that, and they just wanted to say something just very ignorant to try to, I guess, get back at us or whatever.
But
black
you
women.
have further basically what do you call it? I'm trying to find the word that I want to say. But you have further just proven our point of what we were saying.
And really, all women that they're trying to come after black women, all types of women, whether Asian, white tea, Latinx, they change their hair like crazy.
Exactly.
Texturize it. Some put perms. They can put texture in it, cut it, dye it. So many things. So it's like, what are you talking about?
And
extensions,
all sorts of
wigs,
all sorts of women dye their hair blonde as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So why are you on here just saying that exclusively to black people?
Exactly.
And as we said, the color blonde is not exclusive to YT people.
Right.
There are black people that are born with it.
Yeah.
Heck, there's a group of people that are they're in Africa, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
the
Melanese, I think.
Yeah, I think they're in. Yeah, and they have like platinum blonde hair.
Yeah, so you sound ignorant, sweetheart. You need to go and do some. You need to go see the world. It sounds like you need to get out there.
And the Aborigines too. They have blonde hair.
Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's not exclusive to YT people. So crack open a book and get some understanding. One, about science, and especially about culture, especially if you're going to be here trying to stun people, because that ain't going to fly.
And we will continue to post videos and do our lives. And if people don't like it, whatever. Yeah. And if you come, in our comments talking crazy, we'll just put you on blast. Yeah. So, yeah.
And just like you have the right to go ahead and put your comments on here, we have a right to react to them.
Right.
So thank you for helping us create more content.
Yeah, thank you. But I guess that's all we have to say. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add.
No, I don't have anything else to add.
Okay, well, hello, Smutta and Danny. So
hello.
Without further ado, yeah, we were going to end the live. Ain't nothing else to talk about. We pretty much said everything we had to say. But thank you for everyone that came in. And again, if you're in this heat wave, drink plenty of water, wear breathable clothing, stay indoors if you don't have to be, stay cool, all that. And, stay safe out here, most important. So we go bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I think we ended it